Survivor 43 has officially come to a close, and the winner was crowned last night, none other than Gabler himself, and he's joining me now via Zoom. Gabler, huge congratulations. How are you doing?
Hey, Blake, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on this morning. I appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I want to start with a big question here. So from the viewer's perspective, it felt like you played a very under-the-radar game, and I think a lot of people were kind of shocked by your win, potentially. So let me ask you this. Did you expect to win? And obviously you won, but how do you think the jury perceived you?
So, great question. So I did expect to win. I thought I had a great story, played a good game throughout, and 7 out of 8 jurors agreed with that. But, the whole game was it was fluid. The whole game was very fluid. And I had to morph my game multiple times as people got voted off and as things got tighter and more dangerous. So for me, it was always something I was evolving throughout the entire dangerous game. You betcha.
Well, all right, I'll take that. I'll take that. So something, that made history in a way is that you publicly said that you were going to donate your entire winning earnings towards veterans and towards helping with different causes with that. So I have to know, okay, because we didn't find this out from the viewer perspective until the finale. Did you know you were going to do this the entire game if you were to win?
I did. I did plan that. I had a roommate of mine from college. She was in the military. And when we were even talking about going on the show, we were kicking around some ideas and just having fun, tongue in cheek stuff. And, we threw it out like, hey, what if you do win? If you do win, what if you donate all that money to charity? And, we thought about it. I talked to my wife about it before the game started, and she agreed, which was pretty wild because when I got back, I said, hey, darling, I hope you're still cool with what we talked about before we left, because it actually win. I had to tell somebody, right? I kept it in my and I'm like, but I did end up, I gave it away, but I feel great for it. I really do. I mean, Survivor was the adventure of a lifetime. The people on this season were all fans, were great folks. The experience was so amazing and so powerful for me. And to be able to come back and do something with that money for people that really need it. I mean, what am I going to go get, a boat or whatever it is, to help people in need, people that serve our country is just icing on the cake. Survivor's the gift that just keeps on giving.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that's incredible, Gabler, and thank you for doing that. Now, also, okay, so something that I feel like maybe ultimately helped your win was that fire making challenge that got you into the final three. Do you feel like that helped you, or do you feel like that maybe put a feather on your cap at all with the jury?
Blake, I think it was pretty important, actually. I think I was very close to beating Cass at that last immunity challenge, but she outfoxed me like she does. She's just a stud, and she beat me. And I was, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to go ask her to take me through to the final 3. I know I can win. I can beat anybody on the beach in fire. And I just told her, I said, hey, it's your decision, because it was. And I said, put me in for fire, and you just put me up against anybody you want, and I'll take them out. Whether it's Owen or whether it's Jesse. And she thought about it and made the decision. But, to make fire in front of Jeff Probst, forget about cameras, is crazy. And, it's a totally different fire making when you've got the boss man 12 feet away watching you. But it was really intense. Jesse did get a fire going. I just was able to get mine going a little faster. I spent a lot of time outdoors doing things up in the mountains. So fire making is something a skill that I had pretty well, honed before coming into the game.
Now, convincing Cass to let you go against Jesse in the fire making kind of adds to that relationship building skill that you spoke very highly of throughout the game, and the jury agreed with as well. So let's go into that a little bit. Tell me about your relationship building in this game.
So everybody on the season, I'm an older player, and one thing that I love, I love life. Life is short. Life is now. You got to live it. And when I meet new people, I really like to get to know them, right? Whoever they are. I mean, I genuinely, I listen very attentively. I want to get to know these people. And the people that were on the show, I'm like, wow, if you got selected to be on Survivor, you must be pretty interesting. So I tried to get to know every single person for who they were. And, little things, Blake, where you're like, okay, we get to know each other. Say me and you were talking. Then I'm like, okay, Blake, so how can I help you get further in this game?
Mm.
And then, we'll have a conversation. And when you have enough conversations like that are genuine, then people start counting you as part of their collaboration alliance. And I was in a lot of alliances. I think I was in alliance with every single person on the jury at one point or another.
Wow.
And that actually helped me out too as the game went on.
Yeah. Now, something you just touched on at the beginning of that answer was being an older person in this game, and you're the second oldest winner, I believe, and the second person to win over 50. So tell me what that means to you.
It was really amazing. Bob, season 17, was 57 years old when he won. I was 51 when I was playing and I won. And, to be a Gen Xer and to be, on my orange sweatshirt that I was wearing on the beach, I had a tag that I sewed in the back. It said, "Life begins at 50." And every night I would put that on. Every morning I would take it off and I would look at that. And just to be grateful for the opportunity and to be able to play something as powerful and big as Survivor at 50 years old, 51 years old, and to hold in there, to win challenges, to hold my own on around camp and everything. It was awesome. And I got to tell you, anybody that's interested in playing this, don't think you're too old. I'm 51, 52 now. You can absolutely get in there and get after it. You betcha.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so my final question for Gabler is going to be a two-parter. So first of all, I have to know, what's that initial feeling like after Jeff announces you as the winner of Survivor 43? And then the second part, let's say down the road they decide to do a Winners at War 2 or something along those lines. Would you return?
So when Jeff calls your name as the sole survivor, when Jeff says your name anytime, whether I'm last place in a challenge and he's going, "Gabler, bring it up the rear, going very slow," you're like, "Oh my God, Jeff I need to start moving." But when he calls your name as the sole survivor, I'm still probably processing that right now. Honestly, it was amazing. That's just a dream come true. It was such a wonderful experience. I loved every second. It was painful. It was all raw. It was all these other things. But you bet you, if viewers want me back, if Jeff wants me back, and the Survivor team, they've got my phone number. And I'll be ready. I'll be ready. I'll be ready, man. I'll be ready.
Well, the viewers will be looking forward to that then. So, Gabler, tell people if they're interested in following you on social media, where can they find you and keep up with you?
So I'm on Instagram. I think it's Gabler Mike on Instagram, and I think it's Gabler1 on Twitter. Those are two things where I'm out there, and you'll see me because it's my picture from the show is on there. I need to get one of those blue tags that says it's officially me. But if you look at the post, you'll figure it out pretty quick. It's me. And yeah, it'd be great. But I put some pretty funny stuff on there. And we even did some spoofs. Like we did this spoof where I was looking for my car keys outside and they were stuck in a tree. And I kept walking by looking for my car keys. Where could they be? Just like in the episode. And I'm like, well, I guess I got to call Cody. And, so there's a bunch of Survivor spoofs on there that are pretty fun to look at, actually.
Yeah, well, that sounds good. All right, so they can find you on Instagram and Twitter. Gabler, again, huge congratulations on winning this season. Best of luck to whatever's next for you, and thanks for chatting with me.
Oh, thank you, Blake. I appreciate you, buddy. Take care, buddy. Bye-bye.
Thank you.